Have you ever tried taking your Enscape visualization to the next level? In this video, I'm going to share with you great tips and tricks. By doing small tweaks, you will take your visualization and VR to the next level. With the Enscape, by simply changing the material name, you will actually get a different visualization. Did you know about it? Please comment below. We will cover a couple of materials, and some of them will be like carpet, grass, water, glass, and clear coat, which is a metallic paint on the cars you can find. Are you interested? Let's hop onto it. In order to effectively represent to you how the materials work with Enscape, I need to compare them side by side. I'm sorry if the view seems a bit distorted, but it is just because I'm narrowing the screen area for the Enscape. So let's see the grass first. If we look at the grass, and we can see that it's a little bit seems long, but if I go on the editing the grass from the Revit materials, what I need to do is I don't have to change the grass properties. Instead, I can do something much easier. I can just go identity and I can say short grass and look how it will behave immediately. So I will narrow the screen up and I will write short grass, and as soon as I click apply, look at that, it changes immediately because it takes the name as grass and it's applying that. So if I write wild grass, it will be a bit of messy grass around. It will not be so, like tidy, and so as if it's a wild, and if it's a long grass, it will be representing as if it's a long tidy grass. So it depends on the really purpose you're looking for, but it's so easy. You can just change the name. If you write carpet instead, it's going to be something similar. So, but obviously carpet is currently in use, so I will just switch the carpet over here because I had already the name there. And if I select this family and click OK, applied, you will have to wait for a few seconds and you can see that the carpet applies there. But if I just change the carpet from just a carpet to short carpet, look what happens. So you can see that immediately the carpet texture changed from the Revit physical appearance that looks like this to actual carpet. That's amazing. So, and a long carpet. So that is really a huge feature that adds a lot of value to you. In a very short amount of time, you can change certain things very fast. Let's turn towards the pool and let's try to see how water can be played. So if I select the water instead, okay, so I'm selecting other things, other components. Let me hit a couple of times tab. All right, now I select the water. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to change the water material to something else. Let me minimize the screen over here and let's see how we can play with the material. Water is a little bit different. You don't have to change the name, but instead you can change a couple of things with the appearance. So if you say it's a swimming pool, it will behave like a swimming pool. If you say it's a generic reflecting pool, you will see that there will be less waves. I love this one actually. I think this is more realistic to me, like for a domestic pool. The other one seems more like a commercial pool. If you go for a river and tropical, so it will be like a bit more grainy bluish thing. If you go milky brown, it will be kind of sewage and so forth. So you can really play around with your appearance settings and will give you the right appearance directly in Enscape. When we come to like metallic paints, then it's a little bit different. It's also very interesting because if I go just exterior, let's say exterior of this house, I want to have a metallic paint like a car, I can just select simply one of the walls and I can go inside the materials. It will open me the material tab, and from there I will be choosing the metallic paint, and I will just choose one of the metallic paints over here, and I can go in the appearance. I can change it to red if you want, or any other type, whatever like metallic paint you are looking for. Let's say a little bit like sharp red maybe, even just to see how it will look. And once you choose that color code for your main material, look what happens in the Enscape. You'll actually get some kind of a reflective metal as if it's a paintwork on the car. So obviously in the house it looks very weird, but it really shines and reflects like a car glossy paint, like glossy metallic paint. So you can simply change the appearance you're looking for, and it will do this kind of effect. And lastly, let's try to understand a little bit like glazing. Maybe we can just go on the glazing on the windows. So we will just go ahead and do the glazing by selecting the glass and going into edit type, changing the material of the glass. When we go inside the materials, we will need to understand that in this project there are loads of glazing, especially for the retractable enclosure. So instead I will just go ahead and duplicate this glass, and I will just use a glass that is 001. Okay, so I will just use 001 as a 01 as an appearance, and I will just duplicate the asset. And then from here I will go ahead and do clear, and the reflectance will be higher. So you can look at the reflectance right now. So if I just do apply, of course I need to apply as well because its family material has been changed now. So now if I see that, reflectance is more. So actually it's good because you can compare to the side glazing, so side arched windows. If I go back to the 001, now if I do, you can compare it to this one. So if I do even further reflectance, and if I do extra, like it's not going to be clear, but it could be some kind of tint, I can just simply go to saying, for example, blue, and I can just go reflecting and sheet of glass 3 times, and let's see what will happen. You will be simply able to compare this too. So you can see that how this reflects much, how this doesn't reflect, how this gets a kind of bluish tint, and the sheet of glazing is represented that way. So even you can see that from the distance it reflects a lot. By the way, did you know that you can actually create panoramic renders through Enscape? What you need to do is you need to go ahead and click on the render panorama, but before that choose the angle and the view you're looking for. So I want this view in a panoramic mode. What I need to just click is just click this one, and it is currently doing the panoramic on the background. So it will be making multiple shots, and within like a 1 minute I will be able to get. But apart from that, while it's doing this, I will be showing something else to you. You can also manage the uploads, which will be all the uploads will be like on the web, and want to send the people like your audience, your client, or anyone else who want to see the Enscape render as a link so they can see from the browser. You can just go ahead, do it from the export, take the link and put in the manage upload, and I will be showing you this in a second. So once the panorama is done, you can just simply click on the manage upload. You'll be able to see the panorama from here. You can just simply click on the do more and save panorama to file, and you will be able to save it over here. We have a couple of tests indeed, so you can just save and look at it. And at the same time, you can also navigate from here how it looks, but let me show you the image. Yeah, you might not find it so exciting because of the distance and how panorama takes, but it will be really great if you have a little bit more surroundings and you need a little bit more components into the model, and you can just do it from the closer shot. They can really work well, and you can have some ideas from the Enscape website. Next thing I just told you is you need to go ahead and export and do a web standalone version. You can also do XF version, but then you need to send the actual file. But this web file is amazing because you just send a link and people can see it directly from a browser. It's amazing, and I can show you that how does it really work. Once you go on the panoramic thing, it's in the web version. Obviously I cannot use W as AD, you can see that. I need to use the arrow keys, and it's still the same thing. It's just the web version from the Chrome. Just amazing. Look how smooth it is. You might need a little bit of good graphic card. Comment below if you knew that this feature is existing in the Enscape. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, because we are preparing to share with you a lot of great content. We will have BIM talks, we'll have AEC technology products and software reviews, and we will be having a lot of advanced Revit techniques and BIM influence videos. So there are lots of things to share with you and provide you free experience. So hit your notification icon and make sure you don't miss any of the great videos.